I don't know if I'm getting old or the gaming landscape is changing into something I really don't like. Regardless of my opinion, one thing is definitely true, and that with every AAA first-person shooter that is coming out every year, we're getting less and less in terms of content and gameplay mechanics. Whether it be because publishers want to monetize those features or because those games are becoming so complicated, there's literally no time for developers to implement those features into their modern games. It doesn't really matter though, because facts are facts, and my outlook on video games is changing every day. I appreciate everything that a developer tries to do when they're trying to make their games more fun and entertaining. So let's look at the gaming landscape right now. So imagine this scene. You're getting butt-fucked by Battlefield 2042.
Don't be sad. This is just how it works out sometimes.
Call of Duty is back to being generic. You have way too many hours in Warzone and you want something different. While Halo Infinite is good, but it doesn't provide you that somewhat authentic military FPS gameplay you desire. PUBG is free right now, but you don't want another Battle Royale. So what do? So if you're not familiar with the history of this game, let me quickly go through it. World War III came out back on Steam Early Access at the same time as Battlefield 5. It was branded to be the Battlefield killer, because people weren't happy with the direction DICE took with their game back in 2018. As you guessed by now, World War III haven't killed the Battlefield franchise, nor it made any big splashes in the gaming communities either. So now you're probably thinking, why should you care? Well, believe it or not, it's actually a really good game right now. More than a year ago, developers of World War III, which is Farm 51, removed the game from Steam as they decided to do a small reboot, improve the gameplay, animations, technical limitations. They even decided to go free-to-play and release the game when they are somewhat happy with their progress. Right now the game is running a closed beta, and yeah, if you don't own the original World War III copy from 2018, you need to pay $15 to access to that closed beta. That will last until March 2022. But hey, you need to pay the developers somehow, right? So I'm like, okay, this game looks interesting. Their marketing material looks better than it was before in 2018. I wanna give it a go. I wanna play this game. So I take my wallet out, about to pay $15 for that sweet closed beta access. But then, my game's community manager messages me, "Hey Delanky, you want to commit some virtual war crimes?" And I'm like hiding my wallet away. "Yeah, damn right I do." And the community manager replies, "Here's a code, enjoy." And I'm like, "What's the catch?" And he'd be like, "No catch, just enjoy the game." And of course I'm like, virtual war crimes are back on the menu, boys. Jokes aside, I was planning to play this game as I had a soft spot for this game since it tried to go head to head with Battlefield back in 2018. I admire the guts, and just because they decided to give me a code, it doesn't really matter towards me recommending this game to you honestly, mostly because it's a closed beta. Game is going free to play in March, and I'm not sure. I think it was mentioned that all the unlocks you receive from during the closed beta will be reset when the game is officially released again. I am not sure, so don't quote me on that.
Objective Bravo 2 is under attack.
I think World War III is an extremely fun military shooter, even if it's just a closed beta. And before I mention the gameplay elements that make the game fun, first I want to talk about the best thing that this game does, unlike any other AAA shooter these days. It does the basics right. Menu is simple enough to understand what you're looking for, you can ask for orders, you can change squads, you can ask to be a squad leader, amazing scoring system that feels rewarding, in-game HUD that is easy to understand, chat system where everyone can talk to each other, locking vehicles from the random people to prevent, vehicle stealing, a fucking scoreboard that just looks beautiful and so much, it just makes so much sense. I love it. World War III is not here to move mountains. It's not here to make a statement. It's here to make your gaming experience more fun. And when you do the basics right, unlike Battlefield 2042, where basic features that we expect from a AAA shooter are scrapped and rebranded as legacy features, yeah, I think I know which game I prefer more honestly. The features that this game is missing are not legacy features. This is not like some forgotten game mode from Battlefield 4 like Chainlink or something like that is missing. No, we're talking standard features that are available in other games or were available in the previous game. And on that alone, I salute World War III just for actually trying to do the basics right. So what kind of gameplay you should expect from World War III? Honestly, the best way I could describe this game is a matured Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3, mostly because of the aesthetics and focus on more hardcore gameplay experience. World War III is exactly what would happen if you take Battlefield 4, or Battlefield 3 in that matter, and try to make it into some sort of hardcore milsim video game. I will not put this game into milsim category of games, definitely not, but it's trying to be both. Time to kill is quick, friendly fire is on default.
Yeah, it's not even like 1/3 of your health.
Holy shit, boy, I have to put 7 bullets into you and you're still alive. Gunplay feels like it could be pulled from any milsim game. Tanks and the rest of the vehicles are literally glass cannons, easy to kill but they will easily kill you. But at the same time, it's pretty arcadey and functions like any casual shooter you would expect. It's still trying to be a video game and video games are meant to be fun. And I think World War 3 is very close on achieving that balance. And that's the catch. It's close. I mentioned the vehicles are cannons made of glass. That pretty much goes to every vehicle you might be using in World War 3. And honestly, I don't hate that, mostly because the controls are pretty good, they're smooth and easy to use, speed and acceleration is fantastic, and you don't get stuck on random shit on the map, which is really great in a video game that has vehicles. And as the match progresses further, you get these points depending how well you're doing in the match. And you can call in more powerful vehicles for you to use, like a tank for example. I originally was not a fan of this system, but as I kept playing, I kinda started to understand the design decisions behind it. It makes the end of the round a bit more meaningful, as you were given more tools to try to turn the game around in case you're losing. But even the mighty tank of German engineering is still made of glass and it's never really overpowered. If you're an infantry player that is committed in dominating vehicles, yeah, you can do that just fine. On top of that, I think World War 3 is literally designed to be played with friends. From what I experienced, you can play solo just fine and the player base is very teamwork orientated from what I've witnessed. But having friends would add that extra layer of fun that can be hard to experience in other first-person shooters. Yes, playing with friends makes every game more fun, but the way you can support each other while playing in a squad can make that gameplay more extremely rewarding.
There's like players up there.
Are they on the second floor by any chance?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, there's one coming from me. Okay. Oh my god.
I got him. He's dead.
Have some health. You drop health, ammo, call in support vehicles, call in UAV, provide suppressive fire, follow squad leader orders. You know, whatever you will want to do in a Battlefield-like video game with friends, you can do that in World War 3. And of course, I will praise the current state of the game, but I will not pretend it's perfect. So let's go to the negatives. Number one issue for me personally with the game is the flow of the maps. The problem is not the maps themselves, they're actually quite okay and good, but it's the main primary game mode called Tactical Ops, which is basically a mix of Conquest and Chainlink from Battlefield. The idea of the game mode is good, but the way the objectives are positioned around the map, it kinda makes the maps feel too big for 40 players on the server, and that kinda creates an illusion that the game is lacking players, or you need to do a lot of running to reach the next objective. World War 3 definitely needs to do a revision on their primary game mode, and make it a bit more focused towards those 40 players on the server and to make it less empty. If you don't want to play anything big, you can always have a go with Team Deathmatch that is available in the game, but it's not really good honestly. Same problem as Tactical Ops, maps are way too big for something that is supposed to be a quick, simple match where you just want to shoot people. I also don't know how I feel about this game not having any revive mechanics. Okay, I'm lying, I kinda do know how I feel about this. The thing about this game is that they extremely focus on squad gameplay, promoting squad play, playing with friends. It's what makes this game tick. And a reviving mechanic that is only limited to squad members would only make that experience even more better. And I know this is a closed beta and everything's subject to change, but the progression right now is kinda slow, like really slow. Unlocking attachments for your guns and just ranking up your character in general feels kinda tedious, mostly because it takes ages to level up everything and only the hardcore players will able to unlock anything they want. I understand when it comes to cosmetics that you want to showcase that you are a determined player, but not with the weapon attachments or your personal progression.
That way when you hear me fucking just puke on my table, oh.
Game is so shit, man, pukes on keyboard.
Imagine the fuck, now I have a headache too.
So after all that, I want to mention one more thing that people in World War 3 community haven't really discussed. I might be jumping the gun here, but we need a spectator mode and some sort of small competitive mode that can work in a 5-on-5 or 8-on-8 environment. Yes, World War 3 players are probably cussing me right now like there's no tomorrow, but hear me out. The game is gonna be free to play, and the foundation this game already has provided for the customization. Spectator mode for making cinematics or showcasing the skins that will be available in full release is like a no-brainer to me. It's like free marketing. Use it. And regarding smaller competitive mode, I really think this game has the foundation to be a really fun esports title if done right. The mechanics of this game can encourage interesting gameplay opportunities, and with the right game mode, it can rival other competitive shooters and offer something unique. There's no shame in exploring the idea in my eyes.
Oh, here's hell.
Oh no, okay. What's gonna happen if I punch you?
There's an enemy. What?
I just want to see what would happen. Anyway, long story short, I personally believe World War 3 has the potential to be one of the best games when it's going to be free to play later this year, basically this March. Granted, we don't know what kind of monetization they will use when the game is fully out, and hopefully there will be no pay-to-win nonsense, but we'll have to wait and see. And if you feel like trying this game out right now, go to their website and get yourself that early access for World War 3. If not, then I recommend you wait 2 months till March when the open beta is gonna be live. And if the business model is actually decent, please support the business practices that treat you like, fairly like a true proper customer. Because goddamn, you deserve all the best as a consumer. Again, we have to wait and see. And if you do play the game, please let me know in the comments what you think about it. Interact with the video, leave a comment, leave a like, share it. It helps the channel. Every little bit helps. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. This was the Lanky Soldier. Have a good day and stay safe, everyone.